You know for a fact the chapter's about to be gas when it has the main character aura farming on the first page, and the chapter's named after the main villain. What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do too. Have it on me and keep it on me at all times. Ain't another fun fact. It's really time to see what happens, right? It's really time to see what happens, because obviously we kind of already know what happens, right? Like Kashi and Koji gave us the spoilers. Supposedly, Boruto's about to get backshot because he decided to go leap to the battlefield to save his sensei, quote unquote. But like that's not gonna happen. But Jura's name is the title of the chapter, so like we're in a weird spot. Like it's the ever-present narrative conundrum of like, hey, is the main character's main characterness too powerful, and thusly I shouldn't believe any stakes that would actually involve the main character's death? Or is it just flexible enough, just breakable enough, that there's a possibility something dangerous could happen to us? Because once again, we aren't booming Boruto. That's not going to happen. But could this be a Momoshiki resurrection? Could this be a Kawaki show up? Like, what's going to happen that saves Boruto's life in this timeline? Because we're not booming Boruto. But obviously, Jura is going to show up, because Boruto showed up. That's how last chapter ended. And obviously, we've gotten this foreshadowing. Though we already know that Boruto's still not a match for Jura. So like, there's so many things up in the air, and I'm excited to see Jura fight some more. I think he's goated, right? If he just changed the feet, if we could just change the feet, gang, that'd be beautiful. But let's not waste more time. Let's hop right into chapter 22 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, which is known as Jura. I'll admit, Boruto, he still got it on. I think, like, then again, it's a way where like he's got it on, but I'd never wear this. Something about the fit, like I don't think I could rock it. I don't think I could rock it. I just don't like having like super baggy clothes. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't mind a baggy fit. Like, you will constantly find me 9 out of 10 times I'm in like jogging pants and a hoodie. Like your boy's not a fashionista or nothing myself, but like the wrinkled shirt, most of the buttons undone, half tucked in, he just looks sloppy to me. But I know that's like fashion. I don't get it. I'm basic. But let's see. So the 22 Jura. Not Jura, sorry. That's the Kagurabachi antagonist. Jura. Let's see. The Thorn Soul Ball. Ryu's Thorn Soul Ball in particular. Someone says, actually boom it. Boom it. Like, then again, Sarah is knocked out. And obviously Mitsuki's holding her. So I guess no one can boom it, but someone's either boom that thing right now. Let's see. Thorn Soul Ball. I love all the clawgrams are just like, yeah, we ain't got sentience, gang. You kind of like boomed our one main controller. What are we doing here? Like, you think they'd be on the attack or on the offense still, but it looks like at least these variations don't have that like base instinct to consume things. They're just like, we need orders from a Shinju person. You boom the one Shinju person. I suppose we will do absolutely nothing. Let's see. Arya, I'll deal with the clawgrams. You hurry up and take. Whoa, that is not Mitsuki's voice. Hold on. That's in fact that's Arya's voice. Let's see. Arya, I'll deal with the clawgrams. You hurry and take the Thorn Soul Bulb to Shinki. Mitsuki, are you sure? He didn't say that. Uh-oh. You know, that would suck, though. I don't know. I wouldn't like it. Like, I would love having, like, family members, because I have family all over the world. Not all over the world, but in massive parts of the world. So, like, if I could just pop out, like, a piece of their clothing, that would be pretty cool. Or, like, if I could just pop out their ear, that'd be neat for, like, traveling. But at the same time, imagine you do that, and it's at the wrong time. Like, they're in the bathroom, or they're eating. Like that'd just be. I have to call. I have to be like, hey, about to use the family teleporting system. Can you let me through? Like is everything good? Is everything Gucci? And then I'd pull through, because like randomly popping out, like, it's a really cool visual, right? Seeing interesting too. He pops out the back spot exclusive. You'd think popping out the head would be more convenient because there's more space, but no, he specifically crawls through the tiny back spot and then uses the head as leverage. Very, very nice. Ooh, I always forget that. Did he always have this detail on his hand? The one sharpened claw, it looks like he has the pattern on his middle finger in particular. Very, very interesting. But Jura is here. But the thing is, I wonder, he's probably going to grab the Thorn Soul Bulb and then book it straight to Boruto, right? Like that's presumably the most logical course of action. In fact, he has 2 Thorn Soul Bulbs to grab, because Matsuri did get violated by Boruto last chapter. So I'm assuming he's coming here to quickly grab Ryu's before they can do anything to that, and then book it straight over to Boruto, because They're close enough. And worst comes to worst, he could legit just hop right back into this claw grind and go... Actually, no, he can't. He has to... This is actually his only point of entry because Matsuri got boomed. Let's see. But I do wonder, why did he wait so long? Like, I get he was waiting for Boruto, but considering, as Kashin Koji says, he literally sees and feels all the emotions the other Shinji do, he probably should have been able to tell that they're about to get boomed, or at least very scared. So you'd think he'd pop up sooner to prevent that. But I guess it doesn't really matter to him, because he'll just be restored through the cube thing. Let's see. What? Mitsuki, buddy, pal, amiga, let's just say, since you were struggling with Ryu, you're not built for this. Stay back, let him have the bulb, and run for your lives, honestly. You tricked Ryu too, like, he probably still has those feelings of resentment. Yeah, Mitsuki. Admittedly, a lot of things have kind of been beyond Mitsuki's pay grade. This is definitely a check you cannot cash, Mitsuki. Don't even engage. What? It is... See, like, would I be cool with my dad or farming on my shoulders or my back? Like, obviously, just like this claw guard, he doesn't really have a choice in the matter, but that's kind of crazy. Like you got to pose on me? Like, you can't just leap out and be like, yo, sorry, gang, you know, I had to use a teleporter, you know, I could have flown over here, but it was taking too long. You could just hopped out and chilled on the ground and then aura farm. But no, you're going to aura farm on my back, on my shoulders. Nasty. Look at this. I mean, I hate these feet, right? I swear I just hate these feet. But you don't put your nasty feet on my back and aura farm on me? Those bare feet, I know you haven't bathed, Jura. Look at the fit. The fit's still trashy. I know you have not showered since you've been born. I know them feet, hand things are rank. And you have the nerve to aura farm on the back of me. Your stench would knock me out as you're trying to aura farm on my back. Let's see. Hey, is that? He matches the description of the Divine Tree's boss, Jura. Yes, indeed. Once again, though, he is... I mean, maybe I'm going to turn this page, he's about to, like, violently blitz everybody, but he's kind of chill. Like, well, then again, he's flat-faced. He could be mad, but he doesn't look, like, furious or anything. He's like, oh, kids got boomed again. Gosh darn it. You know, let me just go take care. Like, it's like when a father needs to pick his kids up from school after he's had a long day of work. He ain't mad at the kids. He ain't even mad at the school. He's just like, I gotta do this, then I'll get back home, and I'll eat, I'll shower, do all that. That's what you're posing like right now. But let's see. Oh, okay, that makes sense. He's studying sword in particular. Like, you boomed my kid? You? And I bet what he's extra interested in, like, because let's think about it. Outside of Konohamaru, who was able to do damage to Matsuyo when she was off guard, so far the Shinju have been kind of untouchable, unless you're named Boruto, right? Like, even Kawaki got wiped, but I mean, he got wiped by Jura, and as we know, Jura is still stronger than Boruto himself. But technically, Sarada is the first non-god tier to actually do something to one of the Shinju people of any decent value and merit, right? Like think about it. Because Boruto's been the only one to boom any of them. Even Hidari didn't get boomed by the crew. Boruto came in and boomed them. So, for a non-Otsutsuki to come in and do damage, I bet that is interesting to you, where he's like, what do you mean you can do that? I have to worry about these random ninjas that aren't Boruto? Why? But let's see. You know what? Now that I think about it, a question that keeps coming to mind. How on earth does this plotline lead into the first chapter of Boruto, or the first, like, few pages of Boruto? Like, what is gonna happen? I mean, I'm guessing maybe they destroy, like, the Shinju people destroy the village, and then we're gonna get the final round of Kawaki versus Boruto, but still, we are building to that. Which is another reason why Boruto ultimately can't get boomed, because we're building to that. He didn't have any major scars there. But, that just came to mind. Let's see. And I guess we still need to see him use, like, his special eye. Or at least he's going to get that eye back, right? Because that eye is still closed. Well, you know, that ends up being the Jogan in the anime. It's debatable if it's Bakugan or Byakugan or Jogan in the manga, too. Let's see. Jura flies into the air after studying Sarada. Aura farms a little bit. Looks to the right. Oh, is he going to grab the soul bulb? Yeah, he's grabbing the soul bulb. That makes sense. Actually, no, he's not immediately grabbing it. He lets it fall, or at least looks like he lets it fall to the ground a little bit. Interesting. Well, I guess maybe Boruto is the higher priority here. Maybe you'd think he would grab the bulb, though. Like, it would take 2 seconds. Let's see. What is he doing? He didn't come to grab Ryu's Thorn Soul bulb. Yeah, that's actually interesting. I guess because Boruto is the more present threat. And now that I think about it, right? We don't even know if the destruction of the Thorn Soul bulb really will undo it. Or in fact, they don't know that. what needs to be done is the Thorn Soul Bulb needs to be pressed back into the original person, right? Like that, the tree that they're in, I believe, that needs to be, the Thorn Soul Bulb needs to be pressed into that, and then that'll like unlock the original person. So I guess in Yura's mind, they know, if he thinks they know that, which I'm not sure if they do. I'm not sure if Kashin Koji, I know Kashin Koji had to talk with Ada, and Ada may have informed everybody that that's the thing that they need the Thorn Soul Bulb for. But in that case, he knows they can't destroy that. They need that. So right now, the bigger, more present and logical threat to tackle first, I think ultimately would be Boruto. Because the second they boom him, I mean, Kawaki's still a problem technically, but at least in Jura's mind, considering he just visually watched Kawaki not a few days ago, he's probably not too much of a problem to him. Let's see. Boruto, posing, leave! Boruto, leave! Konohamaru's alive! Boruto, leave! You can teleport out, bro, please! Uh-oh. Interesting, though. No Thorn Soul Bulb? Whoa! You cut down that divine tree instantly. Matsuri was pretty beat up already. Otherwise, it wouldn't have been this easy. I get, once again, she was off guard. And we know in Naruto, like, it's like a lot of verses, it's like Dragon Ball in the sense, where like, if your chakra is low because you're off guard, you can take damage from people who are much weaker than you. Like, obviously the most famous one in Dragon Ball's case is Blue Goku getting beamed by Sorbet. Obviously, these things can happen, where if your guard is low, you can take way more damage than if your guard was up. And that seems to be the case here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But you know what? I give credit to Konohamaru. He's not like, I need to rush you, board. So he's like, oh, wow, you saved my life. And you boomed her pretty quick. Darn. Let's see. Huh? It's forming. Matsuri's Thorn Soul. Leave! Boruto, just leave, bro. Well, maybe he doesn't want to leave because he's afraid that Jura's going to boom Konohamaru, but like, you saved Konohamaru. Leave. Now. You still aren't built to fight Jura, bruh. Yeah. Let's see. Huh? Uh-oh. What is that? Oh, wait, what? Huh? What is that? A hole in the ground? Oh, is that the same? Yeah, okay. A miniature Biju bomb sniper shot. It's Jura. He's here. Okay. Interesting that he missed, though. Did Boruto, am I missing something? Did Boruto dodge? It doesn't even look like he moved. Did Jura just... Was there too much sand in the way? Like, did he just straight up miss? How'd that happen? Let's see. He's here. Huh? It missed. A pity. Oh. So wait, gang, what? How did you miss? He didn't dodge. Am I tweaking? Like, am I missing a page? Am I dumb? Am I stupid? I mean, I am dumb. I'm a little bit stupid. But like, did I miss something? Boruto standing there. He sheaths the sword. Well, you cut down the divine tree instantly. That was pretty quick. Zoom. There's the ZWWWW sound. Konohamaru looks. Boruto looks. It's forming Matsuri's Soul Bulb. Yeah, it doesn't look like either of them. How did he miss? I don't get that. How on earth did he miss that? Huh. Strange. Let's see. What is that? Jura. He's here. It missed. A pity. Huh? Where's he going? Toward Master Konohamaru. Yeah, baby. Let's see. Thorn Soul Bulb formed. Caught. A Thorn Bulb. Boruto. This will restore Moeki to her abhor. Oh yeah, so I forgot. They do know that. So that's why Kashin Koji did relay that information to Ada, related to everybody else. Boruto. This will restore Moeki from her arboreal state, right? Arboreal state. I mean, that is accurate. Arboreal does. I know. Like, words don't always have to link up, but arboreal being related to trees just never made sense to me. But I'm pretty sure it's like Latin. Like if there's a weird association between words, I promise you it goes back to Latin. At least for the Romance languages. Obviously, there are the other languages that don't have any bases in Latin. So the Romance languages, English, French. It's English, French, Spanish, and... Is that it? English, French, and Spanish? Does Portuguese count as... I guess Portuguese would count as Romance language. Kinda. So, those four, they all have roots back in Latin. So, arboreal, I believe, has something to do with trees, and then trees. Like, they don't link at all when you just say them out loud. But I know that association, so I get what he means by her arboreal state. But also a pretty fancy word to whip out for Konohamaru, at least. But then again, this is an older Konohamaru. Let's see. Oh. Boruto's locking in? Ah, okay, no. He threw out a shuriken. What's happening? Huh? Master, there's no time. Please listen. I love how he can't even keep with the act. He's like, gang, you the ball. Like, I need you to lock in. Let's see. Get out of here with that bulb right now. Take Sarda and the others and head to where you first met up with the Sand Shinobi. Huh? What? Wait there for further instruction. Go! You heard me! Move! Boruto, why don't you just leave them? Why, in fact, not even why don't you just leave? Can he not teleport other people? No, we know I think he can. Why doesn't he just teleport out with Konohamaru? And then go back to the village, drop him off. Sure, he's gonna lose that teleportation spell once he does that. But teleport Konohamaru out of the way and take him with you. Teleport. Well, that's the thing. He wouldn't really be able to reach Sarada, Mitsuki, and Arya at the time. That would be the main issue here, I'm guessing, what he's trying to stall for. That's why he's telling Konohamaru to go get them. But like, buddy, you have space, time, ninjutsu. Spam it a little bit. And once again, I'm honestly kind of convinced that if you at least get one of the Thorn Soul bulbs, that's fine enough. Restore Mawagi. And then, like, keep it pushing. And then go back for Ryu another time. Like, you can do that. But let's see. You heard me. Move! Speaking of moving. I genuinely don't get the feet thing. Right? And I know y'all are sick and tired of me saying it. But I talk about Boruto once a month. Alright? I'm going to complain about the feet every single time I see him. If I'm subjected to see the feet, you're going to have to hear me complain about the feet. Why keep it? You already have the Shinju looking non-human enough with, like, the rest of their patterns, which is the claw grind patterns. You have their, like, just general appearance, the Rinnegan eyes. Like, you have everything else to make them look non-human. I don't get keeping the Frieza feet. Like, it's a strange choice. And notably, they always stand out. Like, no matter how hard someone like Hidari, or Jura, or Matsuri, or Mamushi, or Ryu, no matter how hard they try to aura farm, if their feet are in the panel, it's a negative aura amount in the millions, possibly the billions. So I don't get it. It's such a weird choice to keep, and it's so stubborn too. Like, he can change it anytime. You keep out a why? What's your obsession with these feet? I know. Pot calling like kettle black. What's the obsession with these feet? Pencil, you keep talking about. Let's see. He looks so goofy though. Like, I love Yura. I think he's a fantastic antagonist, but like, I think he's an interesting antagonist as well that builds on the many themes that Naruto and Boruto have been playing on for a while, and obviously is a good job of evolving yet maintaining and building upon previously existing lore. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna sit here and say Boruto's or Yura's a whack antagonist. Jura is a whack antagonist from Boruto, but like, he's so silly looking, dog. Like, from the torn up fit to the cape, like he looks like a man-tied here, bro. At the same time, like, the hair, he's just a funny fella. He's a funny looking fella. Let's see. And especially considering this series has done weird out there designs that have been bangers. Like, Momoshiki's still a banger. Kinshiki's a banger. Ishiki's a banger. Whatever the anime exclusive one, he was also a banger. Urashiki, like there's so many different banger designs that our main villain look like this. It's kind of funny. It's kind of fun to look. Now, I even think Koda's a pretty banger design. It's a lot. It's a lot of a design. Don't get me wrong, but still, a pretty banger design. Yura, out of the main villains we've had so far, Naruto, he is kind of, like, at least aesthetically, my least favorite. Like who? There's got to be other main villains that carry a whole arc that I'm like, oh, I like them less. I guess, what's his name from Karma? Boro? Like, I guess he had a whacker design, but other than that, I don't know. He looks really funny. Let's see. Uh-oh. Another... Oh, see, that's the thing. Boruto, you can teleport, gang. Like, you don't need to run. See, that's why but then again, who knows? Maybe there is, like, a bit of start time, bit of end lag, but it's instant teleportation, so I highly doubt there should be too much. But that's my hesitation whenever authors give their characters the ability to teleport at will. Like, you have to make it, like, location locked or specific. And notably, Boruto's teleportation is location locked, but literally grabbing Konohamaru and vanishing would be the easiest and most tactical move here. And notably, it would immediately de-aggro Yura in a sense, because he just wouldn't know where to find him, right? Like, that's the thing. It's not that Yura is struggling to find Boruto. Well, no, it is the fact that Yura's struggling to find Boruto, because he doesn't know where he is. So ultimately, if Boruto were to just poof on out of there with Konohamaru, Jura would be cooked. But no, he's sticking here and running around. I guess, listen, you gotta have stakes. But then don't let him teleport as easily as you've shown him to be able to. He just needs a marker. He has markers. He already knows this is a dangerous scenario. He has a way to teleport people. Like he should just be out of here. Let's see. Oh! Let's see. Once again, I do like that the Bijudama form out of his eye. That is an interesting place on the form. We've seen them form out of mouths. We've seen Naruto make them in his hands. But the eye is an interesting focal point, especially considering it's like a more physical and tangible version of any of the Mangekyo abilities we've seen before. Let's see. Uh-oh. So is that also one of the Semper shots, or is that just like a regular Bijudama? Let's see. Ooh, I like that, though. I like the use of that. Is this a reused drawing? Actually, I think it is. Yeah, it's a different drawing. All right, but I do love when mangaka use the form of manga as an art form to do something like this, showing you the before impact, and you see the Bijudama go. Next panel, it lands and just booms this entire massive area before any of them could actually get too far. Once again, Boruto did actually manage to save Konohamaru pretty easily and get pretty far away from the blast before it even actually landed. Let's see, whole bunch of smoke, whole bunch of debris. I'm assuming they're fine. Because it doesn't look like they got hit. Okay, that's close though. They're close to the smoke cloud. Let's see. All right. So he throws Konohamaru down. Konohamaru looks at Boruto. Boruto looks worried. Konohamaru looks back at Boruto. That looks like an eye of realization. I think once again, Konohamaru's gonna join the casting crew of people who are like, wait a minute, my head's hurting. But why? All this actions they aren't lining up. Something's not working. I remember him. Yeah. He's my nephew. Like he's probably gonna join that group. Interesting to see though, as that group gets bigger and bigger, like how much will Ada's omnipotence work to rewrite that or undo? We'll see. Because currently, who's in the group? Sumire and Sarada were just unaffected. Amado's in that group by sheer logic and facts. Like bro literally said, "Oh, y'all falling for this? Skill issue. I actually have the biogenetic research." Then who else? I think Himawari still believes Kawaki's her brother. She hasn't figured that out yet. That hasn't clicked in her dome piece yet. But I'm missing somebody. Who is another? It's Shikamaru. Did I say Shikamaru? Maybe not. It's Shikamaru, Sumire, Sarada, and now possibly Konohamaru. I'm missing somebody though. Obviously Gashin Koji because of the future thing. But somebody else I'm missing is in that platoon, I feel like. Well, let's see. Maybe Konohamaru's joining. He looks. Dip. DMP right on the ground. Uh-oh. Yeah, okay. So even if he doesn't want to, looks like maybe that wasn't realization, but like a moment of split second hesitation. Even if he doesn't want to let Boruto go, he knows right here, right now, he's not built for this. He knows that's a check he can't cash, so he's like, fine, I'll do it. Just to restore Moegi. But I still don't like you, Boruto. I'm gonna go run off and do this anyway, though, because I know I'm fodder. And you know what? Credit to Konohamaru for at least admitting his weakness, even if silently. Let's see. He runs off. Yura, once again, just straight on. Stop it! Get out the stop aura farming! Oh, see, the thing is, the feet are small. Well, no, I guess I'll tell that they're the freezer feet. They're still nasty. Let's see. Uh-oh. Is he actually going to go for Matsuri, or is Boruto going to intercept? Boruto, a base. I mean, I guess you couldn't do, like, an Odama, but, like, you don't have enough chakra to do an Odama, bro. Like, you just had to hit him with a little basic, little tap to the back, little basic reset gun. No! Let's see. Boruto teleport. Well, it doesn't look like he teleports. Looks like he just straight leaps up behind Jura, pulls back with the hand, and slams over Rasengan. Gives. Did I make the joke? I might as well make the joke. He gives Jura back shots over the Rasengan. He smacks his balls into Jura's back, and it looks like Jura does at least fold a little bit. I'm not sure if he's taking any damage from this, considering this is just a normal Rasengan. Let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. It's no like that's the thing. Boruto is so heavily outmatched here that I'm still not exactly sure how he's supposed to clutch this up. Like, at least the way Kashin Koji was hyping Jura, and so far from what we've seen of Jura, he's basically the only untouchable member of the Shinjus. Everyone else seems to be touchable, but he himself, he's almost like. How do I put this? That's actually a spot. I was about to compare like Yura's nonchalance and his ability to just keep on attacking as he takes damage and takes literally no damage. I was gonna say he's just like this character, but that is actually such a massive spoiler for the series of better reference that I won't do it. Let's see. He gets hit, gets back shots, spins around, activated Biju Bomb, this time from the left eye, very interesting. Then launches it out. Once again, I can't tell if these are the concentrated snipe shots or just small condensed versions, but not like sniper small. Let's see. He fires it as he's falling. Okay, I'll admit though, because I don't like defeat. Kishimoto's getting Ikimoto's getting very creative with the angles. Like this is a very tough angle to draw, and I do like how it fires off. Let's see. Boruto. See, that's the thing, man. You can't. Okay, so that's what he did earlier. He threw out the shuriken so he could have some places to teleport to. But brother, why couldn't you do this to escape? And like help everyone else again. Like you really could do this. You really could have run this. Come on out. Like you couldn't have done that. I don't know, man. You could teleport. It's too useful an ability. It's why if I've written my own story and I specifically made the teleporter, quote unquote, only be able to do it over like 3 feet. Like they can spam teleport across larger distances, but like 9 out of 10 times they just can't do it. And in fact, I think one one opportunity they're able to like teleport more longer range. And then there are other abilities tied into like portal making, not necessarily teleportation, because teleportation is just a little bit too broken. Let's see. Teleports down to the ground, right beneath Jura, whiffing the Bijudama. Jura looks slightly shocked here, slightly perturbed, eyes wide open. Boruto lands, let's see. Am I doing it? What is happening here? Huh? Boruto goes in for this. Oh, wait. Wait, I'm actually a little confused. What does happen here? Maybe I'm just struggling to read it. Boruto teleports, dodges the Bijudama. Jura looks shocked that he dodges the Bijudama. Boruto teleports to the ground, pulls back. Jura turns around as he's falling, acknowledges Boruto, and then I can't tell. Does he phase Boruto's sword into the claw grind cloak? That's kind of what it looks like. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. But you know, I guess that is a creative way. If you truly are covered in warping space, you might as well use some of that warping space to your advantage, considering the clothes will probably never tear. Let's see. And then they both neutralize. Boruto actually can't. No. What's his name? Jura in the air and Boruto on the ground, or at least standing sideways. Well, would you look at that? Impressive translocation. It's a bad habit. Oh wait, no, the flying Raijin. Impressive translocation. It's a bad habit, but fighting a strong opponent like you makes my heart dance with joy. Ah, okay. You know what? He just becomes a more and more interesting antagonist the more and more we learn about him. I like that. Not only is he connected to all the other Shinju, not only does it have an interest in human culture, human technology, human history, just knowledge in general, but also he's kind of got a little bit of that Saiyan battle spirit up inside him too. He genuinely enjoys fighting, and he does respect Boruto as strong, even though seemingly he is clear of Boruto. Like, the fact that he at all was like, hey, you're built like that guy. I respect that, and I like that, to the point where my heart raised a little bit. He calls it a bad habit, but his heart dancing with joy. I like that. Once again, Jura is a full character. Don't get me wrong. I really liked Ishiki, and I really liked Momoshiki, and I really liked. I mean, Jigen was just Ishiki, but also I really liked them. But they almost seemed disinterested in combat. Like they didn't really care about fighting because they viewed everything, including fighting, as beneath them. And well, that's fine, and it works for an antagonist in a series about combat. It's kind of good to have your antagonist people like combat. So of course, Jura actually appreciating combat and respecting Boruto's raw. I like it. But let's see who's gonna win. Or once again, he acknowledges the flying Raijin. Impressive translocation. Boruto, why not just leave? Let's see if because you have to give an excuse. You can't have him actively use it in combat, actively use it in battle. Show that he can use it in time to react to things that Jura's doing to him. Yet at the same time. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I get it. So what happened here? Oh, actually, no. Never mind. He's just on the ledge. But essentially, we can't show all this and then tell me why he's not immediately retreating. Here's when Kashin Koji said, literally in every timeline, or at least all the perspective timelines he's seen, Jura has come in and boomed him. So let's see what Boruto's excuse is. Oh my! It seems Boruto's holding his own quite nicely. He really has no chance against Jura. That's right, there's no way he can win, not with the current sequence of events, and Boruto himself has got to be well aware of that fact. Ah, okay, so there's a reason in universe. Okay, that's the main thing I needed. Give me a reason why he can't just leave. And we're doing that. Let's see how organic it is versus how contrived it is. I'm guessing it's gonna be because his friends are there, and Jura will threaten his friends. If I had to hazard a guess, that's the main reason why he doesn't. But then why can't he teleport them out? That's the thing. We'll have to see what this is. But when Boruto himself has got to be well aware of that fact. He's in a pinch, then. He needs to teleport away. But he can't, even if he wants to. Even Ada's like, wait, why not? So she hasn't done a full review of what Boruto's been up to over the past 2 years. She only has like the bits and pieces, and still needs a bit of the lore drip-fed to her in order for her to properly understand it. So let's see what it is. Long-distance flying Raijin is tricky. Boruto's teleportation depends on him sensing chakra marks object. Boruto's teleportation depends on him sensing chakra-marked objects, and they're harder to detect the farther away they are, even more so while facing a superior opponent who's out to get him. Okay, so that's That's an excuse. That's an excuse. I'll take that. Once again, he's new to it. He's essentially cheating, right? Because remember, he only knows the Flying Raijin, or at least his variation of it, because of his future self figuring that out, and Kashin Koji reverse backwards teaching it to him. So he probably is still very not used to the technique and having to use it in active combat scenarios. So there is that. But then again, we've seen him. That's funny. That's kind of weird. We've seen him teleport out of scenarios like that before, though. Right? And I'm guessing that's what this second part here is for about the friends thing. But, like, we've seen him teleport out of rough scenarios. Remember when he was getting ganked by, like, 3 Shinju at once? It was Hidari, it was Jura himself, I do believe. Or was it Jura? I know it was Momoshi and Hidari. But then I believe Jura was also there. So we've seen him get triple ganked in an intense fight with opponents who are relative and if not superior to him. And he's teleported out anyway. But it looks like this is the main reason. And that's not all. If Boruto fled right now, he put the others in danger. Plus, Jura would retrieve Matsuri and Ryu's thorn bulbs. So, Boruto's thinking he needs to keep Jura engaged, though Konohamaru, Sarada, and the others can get somewhere safe. But see, do I give a pass to that excuse? Because that's what it is. It's an excuse why you gave him the tower to teleport and then didn't. Unfortunately, I'm gonna, we'll say this thumb, it determines on how much I give the excuse a pass or like the excuse. I'm gonna have to wiggle my finger, wiggle my thumb. No. Don't have him teleport out earlier then. But at least, unless I'm mistaken, maybe he didn't teleport out, but I think he literally did. Unless I'm misremembering. Because once again, I haven't actually reread part 1 of Boruto or part 2. I keep telling myself I need to do it. Haven't done it yet. But unless I'm mistaken, a few chapters back, early on in part 2, he is being triple ganked by multiple Divine Tree people. Jura himself included, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he was able to teleport out just fine. And also, it's not saying that he can't teleport other people out. Right? That's not being said here. It'd be one thing if, due to this being a variation of the Flying Raijin, he cannot teleport other people, only himself. I forget if he's done that. I don't think he's done that yet. Unless I'm mistaken. I know he's teleported the little mechanical frog with him, but I forget if he's teleported someone else with him. But realistically, there is no excuse why he doesn't just teleport out. Right? That's not one that works here. It'd be one thing if there was a stipulation that he cannot teleport other people with a Flying Raijin, and this. And notably, I'd say this is... I can chalk this part up to the whole idea he needs to sense chakra-marked objects. That I can agree with, right? Because notably, Boruto's is different. He doesn't have a specific marking that he teleports to, like Minato. Where I assume, ultimately, considering Minato's marks never fade, even if he's placed them on objects, if he's not, he has them marked in certain locations. I'm assuming he doesn't have to properly sense them, because he's been able to teleport all the time, long distance, short distance, in the middle of battle, while under high mental stress. So obviously Minato's utilization of the technique is not just the original, but also an evolved version of the original Flying Raijin. So it's just better. So I can excuse Minato and this part of it, where it could be tricky. But we've already seen him do this part, and we haven't got a limitation on why he couldn't just teleport out. At least Konohamaru. Or very specifically, grab the Thorn Soul Bowls, teleport out, and dip. Because notably, the big issue, right, is that Boruto's friends and family are always in danger. Jura can show up at the village at any time and boom them. So the excuse that, oh, he can't leave. Well, he can't leave because, his friends are in danger. They're always in danger by just being alive in this universe that happens to have Jura in it. So, I'm not the biggest fan. That's the thing. Honestly, I avoid giving characters teleportation. Just don't do it. Don't do it. If you're gonna have to make excuses like this in order to contrive a narrative conflict, don't do it. Because he could have, at least so far from my understanding, unless I'm mistaken, and unless I'm missing a piece of explanation. Let's see. So Boruto's thinking he needs to keep Jura engaged until Konohamaru, Sarada, and the others can get somewhere safe. And by the way, they won't get there fast enough. Get back to the point where you met up with the Sand Ninja. That's not safe. Jura can still find them. And just take the sand bulbs then. So that's the thing. It's not a good enough excuse when he has teleportation. Especially considering he can teleport, or he should be able to teleport people with him. So no, Ikimoto, no, Ikimoto. I'm not gonna give that's a dock on the chapter. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm happy to see Boruto and Jura fight. They are the main antagonist and main protagonist, so obviously they do need to fight. But you need a better excuse than that when you've already shown the first weakness out being a weakness, and ultimately engaging Jura here is still stupid. No matter what it is, when he has the option to teleport out. Come on, let's see. You mean Boruto's done for, without a doubt. And see, that's the thing, right? You can't do that, too. Because he's not. He's not. I mean, maybe you do lethal damage to him, but then again, we had the guy get what, like shot through the chest or shot through the heart, and he was fine. So like, I get it. You got to force stakes somehow, but you gave him long distance teleportation. You shown that he can teleport even when faced by multiple chakra signatures. Because like, notably, these excuses compile on top of each other, even more so when facing a superior opponent who's out to get him. Because, notably, if it relies on chakra sensing, all of his chakra sensors are going to be on the thing that's in front of him that has super high chakra. Like, this can be fine, but we've seen him do this before. Well, under arguably more pressure, or at least similar pressure when he was getting ganked, and Code abandoned him. So, like, we've seen him do this before. Long distance. So, like, that's not a good excuse. But that's it. And once again, this is in the smart move. Grab Konohamaru and dip. And then maybe come back for the others. Maybe. Once again, I'm not even sure if Jura's going to be as antagonistic towards them if they just give up the bulb. Remember, he very specifically wants Boruto. If he was so worried about the sanctity and safety of the other divine trees, he would have shown up before they got boomed. Maybe the moment they were in any sort of danger and pressure, he could have teleported at any time. But no, the only reason he came here is because Boruto was here. He just grabbed the bulbs and left. So ultimately, it's a teeny tiny can try. Let's see. And obviously he's going to live. Let's see. I say let's see way too much. Oh, sweet mother mercy, I gotta work on that. But, let's take a look. I believe you already know this already. Otsutsuki Boruto. And I do love how they keep calling him Otsutsuki. They're just like, gang, we know what you are. Let's see. Otsutsuki Boruto. But, I have come here to kill you. Because, starting with the thorn bulbs, for whatever reason, you seem to know way too much about us divine trees. Ah, okay, so even he's like, gang, you got spoilers. And I ain't talking about just a month ahead. You know way too much plot. What's that? I like that. Jura, he's smart enough. He has that, once again, that human thought process, that tactical reasoning to be like, you know way too much information for how little you've interacted with us. Huh. Yeah, something ain't right. So notably, it's interesting. He doesn't even want to kill Boruto for the fact that Boruto is a strong adversary who could be a threat to him and the fellow divine trees. It's mainly because Boruto knows a little bit too much, so he could actually possibly permanently remove them. Though notably, we don't know what happens if a person who is freed from a thorn soul bulb and bite combination gets bitten again. Does that recreate the same Shinju person, or does that create a new one? So like, would hypothetically say Matsuri got Moeki got Matsuri's thorn bulb plugged into her. She gets freed. The claw grime disintegrates. The tree shrinks down. Her arboreal state is faded. And then she gets bit again. Does that mean Matsuri gets reborn? Anyway? Like, would it just be a more extensive step? Because we know the thorn soul bulb is essentially the key to a lock. And the lock is the Shinju claw grime holding the original person. But, I don't know why it does that. But, that being the case, can the lock... I guess no, right? Because the Thorn Soul Bulb is a specific key to a specific lock. So, if there's a new lock made, it would have a different key. So I guess, ultimately, the only way to truly destroy a Divine Tree person, even if they could hypothetically be remade into a different Divine Tree person, is to unlock the Thorn Soul Bulb. So, that information is why Yoda's only moving with any sort of intention once Boruto appears, because he has the information, and because that's how he could technically permanently slaughter Divine Tree people. Right now, Matsuri and Ryo are fine, as long as Jura gets the Thorn Soul Bulbs back. So, like, technically he's chilling. So that's why he's only appearing now. Even though he could have saved them earlier, he just didn't need to. And ultimately, right now, the reason Jura is sending them out on his own, and probably not wiling out in his own way, is because he wants them to gain experience, he wants them to have the human experience and undergo that development. So, technically, all this is just a learning experience. It's like sending your kids out into the real world. Like, you just gotta do it sometimes. They gotta learn what life is like somehow. Funny, I don't know why I keep going to, like, the parent analogies, but I keep calling, like... Cause, I mean, it is technically true. There's the Ten Tails Mama, Code the Papa, smacked together, made Shinju, at least the initial Shinju in Jura. Then the Claw Grimes were also born from them. So it's like, Jura's the eldest brother, all the Claw Grimes are the baby brothers. They go out, they bite people, and essentially become mother and parent, boom, make the Divine Tree kid. So technically, Jura in the chain of command, he's kind of like uncle. Is that right? I feel like I called him a grandfather before. How does that chain of command go? Because Code's the granddaddy to all the Shinju people. But we know that Jura is the child of Code and the Ten Tails. And then the Claw Grimes are technically brothers to Jura. Then they go out, make kids in the Divine Tree people. So I guess Jura would technically be like the uncle to all the Divine Tree people. Not necessarily like a father figure, but then again, you could just argue Jura is another, in fact, not argue, I think it's just confirmed, he's just the Ten Tails. So technically, you could just say they're all grandchildren. That's where I got the analogy from, right? Because ultimately, Jura is the Ten Tails on liposuction, turned into a humanoid form, aka a Shinju person. And thusly, he gave birth to all the Claw Grimes. The Claw Grimes go out, eat people, make new kids. So technically, Jura is just a great grandpappy. in a way. Let's see. Or not even great grandpappy, just a grandfather. Let's see. You seem to know way too much about us divine trees. Boruto's like, well, funny you mention that. Did you know? Let's see. How you happen to be so knowledgeable about us, given our recent emergence, is a huge question to me. Is your intel source the accomplice who's aiding you? But you know what? Once again, I'm very impressed that Jura... Not even impressed. I like that Jura isn't viciously violent and instantaneously. Once again, he mentioned in last chapter how the idea, or the last chapter of the chapter before, the idea that love is a big weakness of the Shinju, but ultimately that hunger for knowledge and communication, and honestly kind of bonding with humanity, even if it is through consumption, that is also a weakness of Jura. He should just be booming Boruto. It doesn't matter how much Boruto knows if he's dead. Pretty blunt way to put it, but like that's the thing. It doesn't matter how much he knows if you boom him. But Jura's not booming him because he wants to know. And ultimately, Jura's knowledge and desire for not just he himself, but all of his kids, or his grandkids, to get information on what it means to be alive and have sentience, that's what's holding him back the most, ironically enough. And this is the case here, where he's wanting to, like, engage with Boruto, even though Boruto kind of, until Kawaki gets his upgrade, is the biggest threat to him. And he should just boom him. Should just boom him, grab the Thorn Soul Bulb, dip over to Sarada, boom her, considering she's able to take down Shinju, and then just leave. He could probably easily do it, too. I do genuinely think Jura took no damage. Let's see. You don't intend to answer. Very well. I suppose I am a scientist and experiments what I do. Yes. Let's see. He's got to have taken some damage from the Rasengan. But I can't read him at all. I guess to take him down, I'll need to use Uzuhiko. Or you could just leave! Okay, obviously not. We already said why he's not going to leave. Even if I think it is kind of contrived. But, like, gang, run! Like you only need to stall and escape, throw more things, just teleport. Like, engaging with Jura right now just isn't the right move. It isn't. As much as I get you want to, it's not the thing to do. If anything, what I would do right now, especially once again, to abuse the weakness, this would be admittedly kind of ninja-like, and I know ninjas and Boruto and Naruto aren't ninja-like. I would engage with him. I'd communicate with him. I'd be like, when he asks, is your intel source the accomplice who's aiding you? I'd be like, yes and no. And Jura would be like, what is that? What do you mean by that? And I'd be like, it's a double negative. So ultimately, I don't really have any intel. And neither does the guy I know. We're going on. Like, I would essentially talk in circles. Because Jura actually does want to engage. He's not directly fighting Boruto instantaneously. So the best way to make sure that everyone else has the most time to get out, while also you saving enough energy to possibly teleport out if you need to afterwards, would be to talk with him. He's once again, he's a little too human. He wants to know things, and that knowledge and hunger is Jura's biggest weakness, and I presume that's going to be the thing that's going to cost him his life eventually. That desire to know instead of acting instantaneously, much more like a beast, probably going to be the reason why he gets backshots eventually. Let's see. Interesting, he's going to go resort back to Uzuhiko, though. But I don't think that'll work either. Once again, I think Jura is genuinely too powerful. I do believe Kashin Koji. I'm assuming the Borutos of other timelines used Uzuhiko and failed. Let's see. Well then, Otsutsuki Boruto. Then this next question is out of pure curiosity. What is love? Once again, it is, I don't know. I guess maybe because if I was in Boruto's scenario and I knew Jura was more powerful than me, I definitely would play along, but like, that's a question I genuinely engage with. They'd be like, what kind of love are you referring to? What? Like familial love? Interpersonal love between friends, love between lovers, like what kind of love are we speaking? Like I would talk with Jura. Like he's not necessarily a newborn baby, but he does have that like interest. He's like a human in his purest form in a sense, right? I'd say what defines humans is our desire and hunger for knowledge as a species, and obviously domination alongside that. But that innate curiosity is why the average 3-year-old is smarter than like every living creature on the planet, except for like dolphins and elephants. Like I forget how, like, even the smartest animals such as parrots, dolphins, elephants, they don't even escape, like, the childhood phase of human intelligence, because human curiosity naturally leads to intellectual ability. So Jura having that, I'd engage. I talk with him. He is a funny looking guy, but I talk with him. Let's see. My current opinion is that it's a concept that can be a fatal weakness for you humans. A flaw that is a side effect of being highly intelligent. In a sense, he's kinda right, but once again, it's a double-edged sword. It's a double-edged sword. I get why Yoda believes that, but ultimately, love can also be the simultaneous weakness. It can allow weakness into your life, but it can also provide you a lot of strength. Like the whole idea, and even animals experience this. That's the thing why Jura locking the idea of love to just a human concept is kind of misguided, because you have things in nature like mother moose or deer or bears freaking out and tweaking massively. And even like this is just a thing that mothers do and humans do as well, but I'm talking like this is just an animal instinct thing across. Admittedly, there are mothers in nature that just consume their kids. Turtles will eat their children, but a lot of animals will eat their children. But with that being the case, a mother's love and a mother's rage technically is a buff you only get by loving something. So maybe Jodo's referring to like interpersonal or romantic love, where that could also be a weakness. But at the same time, we've seen Naruto and other characters in this universe specifically get massive angst because the person they love romantically is put in danger. Rage, born of love, is technically also a power. So it's not a flaw. It's I guess it has upsides and downsides. It's more complicated than it's bad. But then again, Jura doesn't know much better. He's trying to learn. We'll see. That is a side effect of being highly intelligent. It's kind of cringe, if you ask me, being in love. Kind of mid. Take you, for example. I suspect you know how minuscule your chance of winning against me is, and yet you still came here to save your friends. In other words, love has lured you here to the place of your death. Okay, so Jura, okay. He's posted up. He doesn't actually want to. Well, there's a little bit of talking here. But that's the thing. I wonder if Boruto actually engaged, would Jura still attack him? Because we've seen that the Shinju can be lured into interaction. Obviously, they're wise to it to some degree. But like Matsuri, admittedly, because she was being nerfed by love, was hesitant to follow what would be the most logical and instinctual path. Ryu did seemingly kind of want to make friends. He suspected they were lying to him and deceiving him, but he was like actually willing to play along. So I feel like if Boruto played along with at least one of Jura's questions here, either if he talked in circles here or answered his question and talked in circles here, he would have actually gotten something, like something where he could have stalled out further than this. But since he just let Jura talk himself into immediately attacking him, he kind of didn't play it right. Like, and I know I'm talking like a lot of espionage and mental games and like he should be more ninja-like, but hey, remember, ultimately Boruto at the start of Boruto implies that he's fighting as the last shinobi, fighting for the age of ninja. So seeing those mental mind games be played a bit more, especially by Boruto, someone who's been trained specifically over these last 2 years to become a much more adept and dangerous ninja, what interesting to see. Well, let's see. What are these? Are these trees? I'm guessing, because this can't be sand because Ryu's dead. Let's see. He dodges up. Oh, but then more trees burst out of the rock. He slashes them. Let's see. Interesting. Jura's not moving though. Ah, okay. Smart. So Boruto does need to. He needs to directly absorb the energy from the planet in order to utilize it. Oh, that's a kind of a bad nerf for Uzuhiko. Once again, you keep Boruto off the ground like Jota's doing currently, and he can't use it. But also, that does imply that it's not of his own energy. He can manipulate that energy. But like one of the biggest boons, and admittedly, I'm kind of in the camp that Naruto's planetary at minimum. Like there you can get it way higher. But like I know there are people to this day who don't think Naruto as a verse, like not even just Naruto, but like Boruto, Naruto, the duology is just not planetary, which I think is kind of absurd. Like it's 2025, like it's planetary, but. That is kind of like, if you want to argue it down, he has to directly absorb the planetary spin and the force that comes from it. He cannot just manifest it himself. It'd be one thing if he was drawing upon it and could draw upon it at any time and use it and wield it himself, but then he needs to absorb it, needs to have his feet on solid ground. That's a little bit rough. That's a conditional move for Uzuhiko, which is currently his most powerful attack. I can't use Uzuhiko in that case. Uh-oh. So he got baited. Ew, and he lost the sword too. But I believe he can teleport to his sword, so she should be fine. Or maybe he'll be able to teleport the sword to him? Actually, no, we don't actually do that. Minato always teleports to his objects. He doesn't teleport things to him. But let's take a look. Oh! Lands on the ground. He's about to get eaten. Ah, okay, he gets pinned. Oh, he gets snatched up. Ugh. Oh, he actually... Really, Boruto? From the fall? Or maybe from the trees hitting him? I'm assuming the trees hitting him. Ugh. Jura, once again, just straight... That's the thing, man. If the fit was better, I could respect the aura farming more. Keep the hands in the pockets. It looks cool. But, man, your fit is so whack. Let's see. Tip, tip, tip. Oh, is he going to grab the sword? Ugh. That's a precious object I borrowed from my master. If you do anything to it, you'll face a fate where... Gang. Boruto. Brother. Broski. Pal. Amigo. Mi hermano. You are in no position to make threats. No, but yeah, I mean, you could just teleport out. But you are in no position to make threats, Broski. No position. What are you talking about? He's literally has you in his grip. What do you mean? Oh, you'll face a face worse than death. You're about to get back shots, Boruto. He's about to shove a tree up your butt. Let's see. I see. So yet again, you shall come to suffer, thanks to love. What's he about to do with the sword? Oh man, your wielding a sword is kind of cool. How about this? Simply tell me where your accomplice is, and this blade can retain its original form. Although, either way, I will still be killing you afterwards. It's like you gave him no incentive to actually... Oh, okay, so I get what he's gonna do here. This may actually be a... Let me try and predict. Let me try and do a little bait here. Boruto lures him in. Well, I think Boruto generally was caught off guard here, lost the sword and everything, and was forced to do this. But I think what now Boruto may be doing, he, one, has his feet planted on the ground, so he may be absorbing some energy for Uzuhiko. Or two, he already has the sword marked as one of his chakra-infused objects that he could teleport to. And we already saw earlier in the chapter, he can teleport in short range, even if I don't really buy the excuse that he can't teleport long range, because he's going to do it before under pressure, but regardless, ignoring me not letting that slide. He's likely, now that Jura has picked up the sword, and he's tricked Jura into picking it up, he's probably going to teleport to the sword, freeing himself, and in the same motion, attack Jura from close range, right? Because Jura's wielding the sword, and he's literally talking about love now. So let's see what he does. Maybe he's going to decapitate Jura, or maybe he's going to try to and it'll fail, because once again, I think Jura still is too strong. Let's see. I keep saying Jura. I'm sorry. I'm so used to saying Jura. I'm saying Jura from Kagurabachi, but I need to say Jura properly. Let's see. You're right. You may be right about love being a flaw and a weakness for us humans. Yeah, but once again, it's that double-edged sword. Quite literally, because he's holding a double-edged sword. Let's see. But, and this is my opinion. Okay, Boruto, okay. Okay, so no. He didn't teleport to the sword. He just used Uzuhiko because he got his feet planted on the ground. Smart. Alright. Very quick charge of Uzuhiko, too. Very impressive. Very fast charging speed. But then again, why did I call him Uraha? Jura did end up taking his time walking over with those nasty feet. But let's see. This is my opinion. Uses Uzuhiko, destroys the trees holding him. Jura looks. Uzuhiko? That's precisely why you'll never be more than just trees. But notably no. They are one, already more. But just by, we see love can affect them. And two, the moment they gain sentience. I was watching Deus's rewatching, because I've watched it a couple times already. His Super Boss Shin Megami Tensei 5 Super Boss fighting video, and to quote Tairo no Masakado, the moment they gained intelligence, they seal their own fate. Like, ultimately, Boruto, they will be more than trees. They already are, by the fact that they have the human hunger for connection and intelligence, even if they are driven by the instinct to devour. But let's see, he does teleport directly behind Jura, who's holding the sword. So let's say he did end up teleporting the sword anyway. He's about to give Jura back shots. How effective is it going to be, though? Because technically, couldn't Jura just... Well, no, maybe he can't. I was about to say, maybe you could phase Boruto into him through the back of the cloak, but let's see. Right into the back. But once again, Jura, he doesn't even try to dodge. He's still holding the sword. Like, I wonder if this is actually going to do anything. He seems so unfazed. Slams the Uzuhiko into his back. Let's see. Rasengan, Uzuhiko. Okay, flows to him, flows into Jura, and this has a trapping effect. It's like Magma Storm. Once again, I was watching False Fights Gaming video, but he slams it. Jura gets sent flying back, but how much damage is this actually going to do? Is this actually going to destroy Jura? I don't think so. I think Jura's still too strong. Yeah, he's fine. He's straight fine. Boruto, you should have just left. You should have just left. And Kimono and Kishimoto, you shouldn't have set up the fact that we can teleport one to pressure, but you should have just left. Look at that. So should have grabbed your homies and dipped because he took no damage. Look at that. It looks like he even immediately dispelled Uzuhiko. I guess because he's technically either directly related to or part of the planet in the sense that he is the Ten Tails. It doesn't bother him. Look at that. It even didn't even really damage his fit all too much. And he took a hit directly to the fit, but it didn't even do too much. Rasengan, Uzuhiko. It sends him fly a little bit. He pauses in midair, so he doesn't even get forced too far from the acceleration. He turns around, lands. Oh, okay. So wait, he's under some effects of it, but he doesn't take too much direct physical damage. I don't think Code himself took too much physical damage from Uzuhiko at first. Let's see. Picks up the sword. Jura's looking. Okay, so he sees spinning. The world seems to be spinning, right? Your sense of equilibrium is mucked. You won't be able to fly anymore, but even standing will be difficult. We'll see. Yep. This power. Taps his chest and just releases it. Wow, just immediately releases it. I see. It seems to follow principles similar to my Bijou Dama. Hence, I was able to nullify it. Okay, but so that's interesting. So Jura actually would have been affected by Uzuhiko, but he can just undo it. Alright. Darn it! Uzuhiko doesn't work on him. Leave! Or Kawaki. Kawaki, fall from the heavens. But a W chapter. Once again, I'll take one. I'll say it's a 9 out of 10. I'll say it's a 9 out of 10 chapter. Mainly because the only issue I have, and once again, this will immediately become a 10 out of 10 chapter if I can be corrected on this. If I'm not mistaken, it's not been hard confirmed that Boruto can't teleport other people like Minato could. And also, it's not been, we've seen him teleport under pressure when fighting more powerful opponents. Not only that, sensing, and it's not even like Kashin Koji said it's impossible. They're harder to detect the farther away they are. Boruto was at the Ten Tails location, then he teleported all the way back to Kashin Koji. He was able to do that. So like, if he was able to do that, with being surrounded by multiple divine trees, what stopped him from grabbing Konohamaru, teleporting back to Kashin Koji, then teleporting back, and then rushing over to the others, grabbing them and dipping? Like it would have been risky, leaving them alone with Jura for 5 seconds. Once again, I don't think Jura would have done enough. He's a little bit too busy aura farming, and I think Boruto should know that. But outside of that one contrivance, why Boruto versus Jura does actually start to happen in this chapter, I do like it. I like the character work of Jura. This is a title. I get why the chapter is named for him in particular. It starts with him and it ends with him and his abilities, his knowledge, and his character. And I do like him. Once again, elaborating on the idea that he's not just this unstoppable, unbelievably powerful being of insane, raw, latent talent and ability, but also he is a real person. He's not just a wall of stats that needs to be overcome one way or another. Kind of like Ishiki was a little bit if you take away everything else from his character and a bunch of other villains in Naruto where they're just stat balls that you need to overcome. But he's a stat ball with thought, a stat ball with reason, a stat ball with interest, intrigue, and desire to learn and to converse. And someone who doesn't just use their raw stats to dominate everything. He wants to know the intel. Why Boruto knows so much when he really shouldn't, considering how recent their emergence is, what love is, and what Boruto's opinion of it is, and how it can be used against him and the weakness and flaws of humanity, and whether or not the trees should keep it as something they should use or override it completely as a flaw. There is that interesting character work, and obviously there is his raw mental and tactical ability to immediately nullify the Uzuhiko even while under its effects directly. All that, very, very interesting, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen next in a month's time. So overall, once again, we hit it for the 2 time. A W chapter. If you made all the way to this video, please leave a broken world. A broken world in the comment section down below. And thank you so much for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure that the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that come to the channel. Also, you don't have a Patreon down below, or you support me for as low as $1 to get a month, no month. And things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. Also, now you can be a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So, this will include the live reactions here of the series I have to review, ad-free reactions of all my videos, and if you become a $12 patron or a $12 member, you can order whatever video you want. Also, leave a link to my Ko-Fi in the description down below. You can drop 5 things for a short video, 20 beans for a long video, or any beans at all. Any support is always greatly appreciated. Now, I'd like to thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is Dak on the Pencil, writing off. I'd like to thank you to our sketch tier members: Eternal Flame, Rebel 4765, Astro, Super Flame Zero, Glacier XZ, Zera, Brandon Payne, J2MA, Yomi, Yuki Ally, Buddha Uda, Azo2404, Planet Crone, G Prosper, Nevis 97, and Ollie. I'd like to give a big old thank you to our line art tier patrons: Sean, Nirvana Igneel, Midnight Lord 21, Kevin Encarnacion, and A+A. And I'd like to give a big old thank you to our Inc. tier members: Fine, Austin Wimberly, Euchia, Carlo Alaimo, and Grim. And then I'd like to give a big old hefty thank you to our digital art tier members: J Warrior and AZ Void. And then I'd like to give a big old thank you to our colored art tier patrons: Waki Munoz and Waki Munoz. And then I'd finally like to give a giga super duper kidney sacrificing thank you to our ultimate, that guy with a heart, Calvin Elder.